among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Let rain fall, let rain
And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter alongside Keith Fustel on a little brisk Sunday, but lots of action for you this afternoon here at Laurel Park. We'll get to everything we're going to cover today, but real quick, yesterday we had a big day. Big crowd came out for the free 2019 Maryland Jockey Club calendar giveaway. We also had the $10,000 giving tree. We had breakfast with Santa in the morning, so nice job by the marketing team. We had a big crowd out here yesterday, plus some great horse racing, 3 nice stake races. Let's start with the Howard and Sandra Bender Memorial Stakes. Lakai, he dueled early on with the favorite, Lewisfield, put Lewisfield to bed, and then held off the fast close and rocking on by. What an effort by Lakai. We hadn't seen him since he was a big second in the Grade 3 to Francis Dash. Comes off that brief freshening with a big win yesterday.
Freshening did him some good. Yeah, I got a chance to congratulate Damon here just prior to the show. That barn, the whole team, they fly under the radar pretty much. They are a quality barn. Year in and year out, they do a ton of work. I can't believe they don't have more horses heading their way because they do a phenomenal job. But Lakai, I mean, he was able to, and by Cuba, I mean, like what Will and my partners, who gets a horse by Cuba to win? Well, hey, Damon de la Devico did. But
big things to come for Lakai.
Sure.
They're aiming, one race at a time. But if the horse stays in good form, he might be a candidate for the Grade 3 General George in February. The barn, they won some big races before. They won the Francis Dash before. They almost won it this year with Lakai. But, big win yesterday for him.
Did a phenomenal job. And like I say, showed 2 moves. The speed, the rate back angle came again. And rocking on by was breathing down their necks down past the 8th pole. He just couldn't quite get up.
And the 2 juvenile races, always mining a bit. Got to the front early and stole it on the front end for trainer Kelly Rubley. Always mining a big effort. Scrap Copper, the favorite, got shuffled back a little bit on the far turn. Our Brain Trust coming off the layoff. He ran a big second, but always mining just had the jump on everybody.
He did. He relaxed comfortably on the lead once he was able to get clear. And you're saying it was a little bit of a jam up in behind him. A couple of horses, including the favorite. Kind of an uncomfortable trip, I would call it, for Scrap Copper. But our Brain Trust, I think he got just what the doctor ordered out of that race, off of some time. Finished up very well. That'll propel him forward for some bigger efforts. And then we're looking at the Phillies money from heaven. From the clouds, right? Got the setup. The other the Trombetta horse question of the day just opened up 6-7 lengths around the turn. Looked gone, but man, the early pace took its toll, and quite damning. We've seen this movie before, pulling a little bit of a shocker. The favorite in the other race gets beat. He comes back with the bomb. But congratulations to those connections as well.
All right, so that was all yesterday. Let's show you what we have going on today. Nice carryover in our 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That's going to start race 4 today on the 9-race program. And there's the carryover, a few bucks shy of $8,000 today in the Rainbow Pick 6 carryover. So that starts in race 4. So good horse racing today. Nice Pick 6 carryover. If you like football, then come on out here to Laurel Park today. Go up there in the new sports book. We have 105.7 The Fan, Baltimore Game Day Uncensored up there right now. That's the unofficial Ravens pregame show hosted by Kenny Weinman, Jerry Coleman, and Vinny Serrato. So they're up in the sports book right now. And if you want to watch the football games, the big game, of course, the Ravens and Kansas City Chiefs at 1 o'clock. We have all the football games up there. We have the NFL Sunday Ticket, every game, every Sunday, now featured in the new sports book here at Laurel Park, second floor of the grandstand. That's where the radio show is right now. And if you want to bet the football games, you can bet the football games as well right here at Laurel Park. Jump into the $3,000 football pick'em contest. You buy a program and you get a free entry into the football pick'em contest.
Sure.
So all the action you can ask for up there in the sports book today.
Yeah, Ravens kind of
Ravens, the underdog. They're
tough
what?
task, getting 6.5, 7.5
6.5
points. Yeah, no matter, depending on where you look, rookie quarterback in a hostile enviorment.
Sure.
Everybody's kind of anointing the Chiefs. Yeah, they're good.
Right.
No
defense,
they should be favored, but it reminds me of a game several years back when the Ravens went into New England. It wasn't a playoff game. I think it was a regular season game. Late in the year, might have been the year the Patriots might have gone undefeated or close to it.
Stink.
And I tell
They're
you, we went in there, and I think it was a Monday night and almost pulled a shocker.
Well, anytime they win, they're cheating anyway. All right, let's get right to it. Let's show you a picture of the main track here.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying, Stan.
That's right. That's what they say. Main track is fast here this afternoon at Laurel Park. First race post time, 12:30. What's the weather today? Low 30, mid-30s. Little cloudy this afternoon. Let's get a little sunshine out here this afternoon. That'd be nice. So let's get rocking and rolling here. Race 1 has a nice carryover as well in that rolling super high 5. That's a little over 2,100 here in race 1 for the rolling super high 5. That's a low 15% takeout for that super high 5. Every race with 7 or more. So they don't hit it here in race 1. It'll carry over to the second race. So keep your eye on that rolling super high 5. Also, race 1 kicks off the early pick 5. It's a mandatory payout on the early pick 5, and both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park, your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout. Race 1's a real nice maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies going a flat mile. The 5 end result for Hammy Smith, a 2-year-old filly by Real Solution here for Men's Grill Racing. Alex Centron will ride. Centron was aboard for the debut against maiden special weight, going 6 furlongs in a real good second that day. She went off at 13-1, but a game second with a good, respectable 65 buyer. She's going to show speed, stretching out to a mile for the first time today in her second career start. I like the 5 end result for top connections here in race 1.
Yeah, the 5 end result and Her Royal Highness, the 8, the favorites. They're going to draw pretty much most of the money here. I know we've got some early play on the 7, the first-time starter Leroy Sweetie Pie, but end result ran quick. Ran hard, though, every step of the way. I mean, gave chase to Fashion Faux Pas, a Delacour runner, I believe, might have been making its second start, adding the Lasix, went off and ran off the screen. But did that race kind of take a little bit out? Just kind of back, I would say, fairly quickly.
Yeah, a couple of weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to the 8. Her Royal Highness, proven horses out of that race, needs supervision. The winner of the November 2nd race here at Laurel Park, going 7, went down to Churchill to win an A other than by open lengths. Third-place finisher went back to Gallop at Penn in a maiden special weight race going on. This is a little stronger race. All in all, I side with the 8. Her Royal Highness.
All right, so we both like the 5 and the 8 on top here. Vargas rides the 8 for Grand Motion. I like the 1 real quick. Our Curleen, a 2-year-old filly by Curlin for trainer Cal Lynch. Trevor McCarthy, your leading rider on the 1 Our Curleen. Now she's out of the dam. Our Fantine, who's by Touch Gold. Cal Lynch trained the dam, won a couple stakes races with the dam. He also trained the second dam. He won a stakes race with the second dam as well. And this filly is a half to Javert, who Lynch trained, won the Grade 2 General George here at Laurel Park. So some good breeding behind the 1 Our Curleen. She has a race under her belt up there at Parks, going short. And now let's see if she can do a little bit better in her second start, going longer.
Yeah, the 2 I use in the mix. I'm going to throw the 2 in my exactest, try to boost it up here. The 2, Haven Now. Not a bad debut. 51 buyer. Winner ran a 69 Super Escape. That was a Trombi runner out in blinkers. Decent middle move. Has the benefit of going the mile distance. Jeremiah Dwyer, 2 for 9 and 6 for 9 in the money with 2-year-olds second time out over the last couple years.
All right, so a real nice maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies here in the opener. Let's turn the page here. Race 2 is going to kick off the early pick 4. Maiden claiming $10,000 for filly and mares 3 and up, going 5.5 furlongs. You have the 6 on
I
top.
do.
We have a stats, a first-time starter from the Phil Schoenthal barn, 2-year-old, a 3-year-old filly by Preakness winner. Looking at Lucky, we have a stat here for Schoenthal in his first-time starters.
Yeah, looking at Lucky. Okay, 12, 13% with the first-time starters. Schoenthal, the last 2 years, 2 for 8 and 4 for 8 in the money, though, with straight 3-year-olds. Okay, first-time starters. Maiden claiming events on the dirt with an ROI of 230. The mare Senza Para, we're familiar with that one. A lot of runners, some talented horses, some really fast horses. Gata Pardo was a quick one out of Senza Para. This one obviously not quite as good, it looks like. We're starting at the bottom, but I'm not just sold on the rest of these horses in here, the horses that have run. Yeah, I guess Justin Arch is going to be tough. Ran quite game after being used wide to get the lead. Duel just got worn down late by Animalistic. I think she is definitely a user in exactas, along with the 1 Parch Ghost and the 3 Bagels and Locks Ghost. First time in the Farrier barn off since June, but some solid works leading into this, and does have a back number on the page that certainly would beat this field.
Yeah, Farrier had a nice upset winner yesterday. Was that in race 1? Bodega
Bay, yes.
Bodega Bay got the money yesterday for Farrier. So, all right, we like the same. Yep, we like the same 4 horses there, just in a different order in race 2. Let's turn the page. Race 3 is a real nice allowance race, going a flat mile for 3-year-olds and upward. A 3 other than allowance feature of the day. Optional claiming $50,000 here in race 3. I have the 1 on top. You have the 1 on top. I made the 1. Tis he the 1. My best bet of the day. We have a video spotlight of his very impressive win last out against 2 other than here at Laurel. Early November, going a mile. He clobbers them this day.
Yeah, drew the rail that afternoon, Stan, and just kind of tugged his way up to contention, then eased outside of the leader. Could be in store for another similar trip. You see him just kind of rolled on up 4 wide without really being asked to get command and upper stretch. And when Trevor shakes the reins, he just responds and goes ahead and widens by 7. You see the short comment, eager under a drive. Kind of a freakish race by Tis He, the 1 stakes caliber kind of run. Coming right back here in the 3 other than working his way through the conditions. Going to be awfully short. This could be a lineup race. Saratoga Jack looks like the speed of the speed, the 5 horse for Miguel Vera. Awfully good race behind bonus points. Just got a little weary late with a buyer of 94. Will he quite come back to that number? If he does, he'll be certainly tough to catch. These 2 are going to be around the racetrack a long way. Horse that might pick up the piece. Marengo Road, interesting. They reach in and grab this horse for 35. Take the blinkers back off. This horse will have a little flow to run at. I'm waiting for this horse to pop a good race. Maybe today's the day. Maybe all it's going to take is a little change in scenery here, new barn. For
Jamie
Marengo
Nass,
Road.
23% off the claim. He gets Angel Suarez, Marengo Road, a quality road, 5-year-olds, made almost $250,000. I didn't use the 2, but we like the other same horses, the other 5. Saratoga Jackson, real good form right now for trainer Miguel Veras, a new barn around here. 3 wins this fall meet for the Vera barn. You get Carol Cedeno. Yeah, comes out of a strong race where he was second behind bonus points. It looks like the 5, Saratoga Jack's going to be in front early here.
He looks like it. He could get some pressure. Even Thunder comes off of that sprint and actually got the better of Saratoga Jack a couple races ago. But last race was awfully strong. The barn's doing quite well here. New face in town, Miguel Vera.
Yep. All right, so a real nice feature of the day there in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break. Nice carryover today in our Rainbow Pick 6. It's almost 8,000. That starts in race 4. We'll take a look right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. It starts in race 4. We also kick off the middle pick 4 in this race. A real nice carryover this afternoon for our pick 6. There it is, $7,992 starting here in race 4. Real nice maiden special weight. Let's take a look. Maiden special weight for 2-year-olds going 5.5 furlongs here. The 6, Smile Brian, is my top pick. We have a video spotlight on Smile Brian. Let's show you the race from November 1st, his second career start was right here at Laurel Park, going 7 furlongs against Maiden Special Weight Company.
Yeah, the rail that day, and you see this horse kind of lean in, almost a little bit of a bobble, but shows a good burst of speed to go ahead and get the lead within the opening quarter of a mile. Went pretty on its fracture. You're going to see this little burst right here leaving the chute. Now, that was against a shorter field, a field of 6. Okay,
Sure.
in a field of 6, I should say, 5 competitors. Back today, you got 11 in here, right? Scratch the 8, busy boy. You can't really give up that kind of ground. Sometimes you just might not find that seam.
Yep.
So an alert break is definitely needed for Smile Brian, but major improvement second time out. The Lasix went on Olympic Village. The winner of that race came back to Gallup, running a mid-70.
All right, so I have the 6 Smile Brian on top. I think he'll be awfully tough for Grand Motion. I like the 12 who you have on top, McCarthy. Aboard the 12, Dan's Rebel for Cal Lynch, a real good third last out up there at Penn National, was placed up second via the DQ. The horse that finished second in that race, it was DQ'd. Our Philly Special would come right back to win. So Dan's Rebel, all kinds of trouble at the 8th pole in that last race, but a good effort up there at Penn National. McCarthy back aboard today for Cal Lynch. This horse should get a trouble-free trip on the outside today. You hope he doesn't get caught too wide on that far turn.
Yeah, I read the long comment there from the Echo-Based chart caller. Shut off coming to mid-stretch. So it looked like the horse had some run. You see the progression flattened out late. Yeah, stalking to the outside is going to be a good trip. This horse has had trouble. Actually, its last 2 sprints. Drawing outside, though, should be free and clear. And you got to think maybe one of these other first-time starters are going to whistle out there, show some speed to maybe go with the 6 Smile Brian. So Dan's a Rebel, I think, can get it done today from the outside.
We both like the 1 going for gold, a first-time starter for trainer Hammy Smith for Men's Grill Racing. It's a new sire around here, a new Medaglia d'Oro sire. He's not here in Maryland, but a new sire. He's been having some horses run around here. This must be his freshman crop. Trades. He was I looked him up once, and I forgot about him. But this horse gets Toledo. Tough inside post today.
I want to say Lacey Gaudette might have had a firster by this
She
stallion
did.
win,
She
right?
did. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's hitting with 11 or 12% of his first-time starters, early on here in the stud career from 19 runners. But the works look good. Paid a lot of money for this horse. Couldn't find a whole lot throughout the page on the bottom side.
Right.
But, that snappy work on November the 21st, a minute and 4/5, you compare it to a horse like the 5, who worked that same day in 102 and 3. Now, that was out of the gate. Men's Grill and Ham Smith are kind of getting in the game. They're taking their shots, and I think they'll be firing from the inside today.
All right, so a nice group of maiden special weight runners there to kick off the pick 6 and race 4. Race 5 kicks off the late pick 5. No carryover today. They hit it yesterday for what, a little over 5,100?
Yeah, big
I believe
ticket.
the late pick 5 paid a big number yesterday, but we're going to have that industry low 12% takeout always for the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Race 5 are going a mile, claiming 16,003 and up. I go with the 9 on top here in race 5. The 9, 40 acres for trainer Hugh McMahon. A nice win last out right here at Laurel Park against Open 12-5. He's a 2-time winner at Laurel Park, 2-time winner going a mile. Katie Davis back aboard for McMahon. A little step up today for the 9, 40 acres, but his last several races have all been very good. He's in very good form right now.
In good form. Candy Assets in good form. Dunn Acting has improved off the claim. I go for a little bit of a price with the 6, Social Stranger. And this is a race I think that could pay fairly generous. I do think I Super Buddy line a little too high at 8. That horse I think will work down off of that as a possible speed. But do we have a video of the 6?
We got a video, yep.
Social Stranger. Maybe Jose Rodriguez stole one here for the nickel. Claim for a nickel. 2 races back, October the 6th at Delaware. Went back, came back to Laurel on the race for 14 and sprinted. This horse wants to go long. Watch this horse breaking a little bit slow that afternoon. You see that down towards the inside, the 2 horse, but actually picks it up fairly well. You're going to pick the horse up in the green cap, coming past the 3/16, 8th pole here. And I thought this horse was willing to the wire. Joy Drive, your winner, came back to win against Better. Stretching back out, can get position, I believe, has tactical speed at this distance, and just taking a little flyer here at 8 or 10 to 1 with a live bug rider here in Felix Pinero.
Yeah, 10-pound bug rider got his first career win last Sunday here at Laurel Park, so you should get a decent price there on the 6 Social
Some back
Stranger.
numbers there on the page, too. Ran well against 2 Cuban Brothers U. You
Sure.
see a couple races stand. So, yeah, I think is a definite use at a big, big price.
All right, so I didn't use the 6, but, yeah, you'll get a good price there on Social Stranger. I have the 9 on top. We both like the 2 a little bit. Candy Asset just got beat a whisker by 40 Acres last out. So if I like 40 Acres, you have to like the 2 Candy Asset for Kent Sweezy and jockey Angel Suarez.
He did a lot of the dirty work up on the front end, and the beneficiary of that was 40 Acres, who steadily progressed to go by. This horse goes inside and can really draft into a good striking position once they turn for home. That's the 2 Candy Asset. So Super Buddy, the 3 I'm going to use. The bar, nobody's going as well as Lacey Gaudet pretty much over the last 30 days or so. Maybe even take it back a little further. But Super Buddy, to me, a little bit of a drop here in class and looks like the legitimate speed of this race.
Yeah, maybe just draw a line through that last race. Something went amiss there. Didn't like the off track on November 10th and gets a drop today.
Yeah.
The 3 Super Buddies. So nice open 16,000 claimer to kick off the late pick 5. You like the late pick 4 today.
Sure. Yep.
It starts in race 6, and this is a new race around here. It's a new handicap, a new starter handicap series around here. We're going to have one for the sprinters and one for the routers.
Cool.
There's going to be one every month for 3 months, so it's a 3-race series for the sprinters and the routers. I believe it's a 4-race series for the routers.
Okay.
It's 5 furlongs this month. Next month it'll be 5.5, and then the third race will be 6 furlongs.
Right.
So a big purse. So the owners benefit. There's a trainer bonus as well for this new starter handicapping starter handicap series. It starts right here in race 6. You have a late pick 4 ticket. Let's see how you played it.
Yeah, 4 and 7 to get you started. Dr. Bolt, a price user, and Key Mono in race number 6. In the 7th, we go 2 deep with the 10 and 11 G4 and Girl Drama. 3 deep in the 8th with the 4, 6, and 9. 8th race, another tough race to get through in handicap. I don't know if you have a strong opinion there. I really struggled with race 8. Race 9, the 1, 3, 7, 9. Pretty much your obvious horses. $24 for the late pick 4.
All right, nice, very affordable ticket. Let's check out race 6 here. It's a $35,000 purse. Here's the conditions: 3 and up, which have started for a claiming price of $16,000 or less since June 1st. Of 2017. We're going 5 furlongs. They're going to be smoking early here in race 6. The 2 chief of staff. My top pick, Fergal Lynch, rides the 2 chief of staff. Well, let's start with your top pick, the 4 Dr. Bolt, who I didn't use. We have a video spotlight. Here's the last race for Dr. Bolt.
Yeah, isolated, forced. We know he's a really, really fast horse. And unfortunately, Dr. Bolt pinched back at the break that day in the blue or purple silks there, number 4 in the shadow roll. There you go. Pretty sharp check. Force this horse back even further. 14, 15 lengths out of it down the backside. But this horse does pick it up quite well. And after him, well, we're going to even show you a little bit more trouble, Stan. Coming to the half-mile pole. Watch the 4 horse moving towards the half. Horse kind of unfortunately stumbles there, breaks down a little sharp check for Dr. Bolt. End up rallying, only beaten 8 and change. You go back 5.5, 5/8. I think this horse is going to get the perfect kind of setup this afternoon.
All right, you get Jorge Ruiz aboard. I root for Marco Salazar. He does a nice job. I didn't use Dr. Bolt. What kind of price are you getting on him?
I think you'll get 6, 8 to 1 on him.
6, 8 to 1.
I really
right?
do. 65 to 1 in last. But I mean, you look at this race. The 1 is stone speed. The 3 is pretty much speed. Kimono's not going to let him get too far away. Dr. Bolt, look, he made a good run against Dog Soldier, Iredell, those kind of horses, even Mesothorn. I think he works against this group.
I think there's a lot of speed in this race. So I went with a closer who has all the back class, and that's the 6-year-old, the 2 chief of staff. He's made over $378,000. He's won here at Laurel Park before. He won against. He's won here before at Laurel. Yeah, he won against 2 other than Allowance Company, going 7 furlongs last July here at Laurel Park. So he's a closer. I think he'll benefit from all the early speed in this race. He ran a good second 2 starts ago here at Laurel, going 6 furlongs against 2 other than Allowance Company. Didn't run too well last out. Maybe just bounced. I think he bounces back to a big effort today. Fergal Lynch rides for Hugh McMahon. I think the 2 chief of staff is going to be a major factor in the final strides.
And you clearly look at a class relief. I'm just a little interested. 7/8 back to 5. Will he just find himself just kind of outfooted? Will he kind of gather himself 3/8 and really make a sustained run? He certainly could, no doubt about it. I like the way Kimano ran last time. Coming off a win 2 races back. November 23rd off a little freshening. Papacho was the main beneficiary of that really just heated battle up front. But Kimano didn't give up till very, very late. He's going to hang around a long time this afternoon.
He'll be tough. Probably the main speed horse from the inside. We know what C.D. Jammon's going to be doing. He's going to be going right to the front. He just won last out against Allowance Company at Charlestown, going 4.5, 51-1. That's smoking up there, going 4.5. Boca Chica rides today for Wayne Potts. The 1 C.D. Jammin. He's going to be sending from the inside.
Yeah, he better not miss a beat. If he gets clear, maybe. He's even stretching out a little bit further. Coming off of Charlestown, it's a little tougher run when you turn for home. You got to go a little bit further, but I don't think Kimano's going to let the 1 get too far away.
All right, so nice starter handicap. First of a series there in race 6. Let's turn the page here. Race 7 kicks off the final pick 3 of the afternoon, claiming $5,000 for filly mares 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime, going a mile. We both like the 10 and the 11. You have the 10 on top. I have the 11 on top. Girl drama for trainer Claudio Gonzalez. First start in the Claudio barn. He's 29% in a positive ROI. You get Jevion Toledo to ride his 3-year-old daughter of Preakness winner Shackelford. A nice maiden score going a mile at Del Mar back in August. We're going a mile here today. And then hasn't run well in the 2 races since then, but gets a class relief today and gets first-time Claudio.
Yeah, we've seen this, Ship West and Jam and go
horses.
ahead and win. Yeah, Girl Drama. She's going to have to deal with the 4, I think. Sweet Walela is just pretty much stone right to the front. I think she could be a little bit of a thorn in the side of the 11, and then setting it up for G4. G4 dropped down last time, couldn't quite get going in time. Ridgemont High is the next out winner. I think might have won off the claim if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was claimed out of that and won on the race. So it gets a fast track today. This horse, that Buyer 56 works for that win on a fast track.
G4 is going to like that long stretch going to the second wire. A 3-year-old filly by Admiral Alex for owner-trainer Robert Vukovic. The 10 is going to be coming late. And we both like the 7 a little bit here. Petticoats and Pistols for trainer Mario Cerez. A new barn around here. They won a race the other day. Weston Hamilton rides this 4-year-old filly. Now, she's dropping from her last couple races, but her race 3 back was at this level, and she got clobbered that day as the heavy favorite.
Yeah, but maybe she's working back in the new barn. She's got a 44 a few races back, going 7/8 of a mile against a similar group. I think she can hang around against this bunch, no doubt.
All right.
Back quickly, though, back in, 7 days? Just ran on the 2nd.
All right, Saray new around there. He has a string of horses stabled over there at Pimlico. Let's turn the page here. Race 8, a real nice first-level allowance condition for filly mares 3 and up, going a mile. We kick off the late daily double here in race 8. My price play of the day, the 4, Real Point. All you have to do is get these horses in good form from Canada. Send them to Jose Corrales, get them on the main track. Look, he won the grade 2 with Something Awesome. Unbridled Wand. Corrales having a big year with these horses that are getting sent to him from Canada. This horse has been running on the synthetic up there at Canada. Had a nice maiden win last April and then hasn't run too well since then. But gets first-time Corrales today. Gets first-time Lasix, blinkers on, Katie Davis. I'll take a shot. Okay, you like the 4 Real Point as well.
I'm going to take this shot. I went back and forth. I think Lady Vicky's going to be awfully tough. Scratched out of the 2-turn race, right, yesterday for 25, and opts for the A other than here. Razor sharp form for Lacey Gaudet. I think this horse will be part of it around a long time. But there's some pretty good middle distance horses that are going to, maybe push the issue a little bit for the 6. The true maybe closer in here might be Real Point. Or Hell of a Fire, but Real Point intrigues me a little bit. Past 3 years, Corrales, 4 for 15 synthetic to dirt with an ROI of close to $3. That winner out of its last race, I know it was back in June, is a grade 3 winner now.
Okay.
Okay, so keying up against the right kind, I think we'll sustain a run against this group. But Lady Vicky, awfully dangerous right now. 2 for 2 at Laurel for Lacey Gaudet.
All right, so we both have a 4-6 on top. The 2 Firth, the other Lacey Gaudet runner in here, 3-year-old filly by Midshipman. She's a 2-time winner here at Laurel. She won last out here at Laurel against First Level Maryland Bred Allowance Company that day. That was back in early November. So she's in real good form now. Now steps up to the Open A other than Company today. Rosado back aboard.
Yeah.
I think the 2 Firth could be dangerous in this spot.
Yeah, proven at the mile. I like that she rated a little bit last time out. And hell of a fire. She's going to have to get away better. Look at her last 2 comment lines. Awkward starts. Caught wide every step of the way. But the mile works for her when she's on her game.
Yep.
I'd say she's probably the one. If she brings her A game, she's going to be awfully tough in here. Maybe break it from that outside. Will get a relaxed last 1 inch. She'll come out a little bit better.
Well, I didn't use the first-time Lake horse. You have the 8 Cilantro in your top 4 there. Carol Cedeno on this Distorted Humor filly. First start in the Lake Barn. Rapoli had this horse with Pletcher up in New York. The last couple races haven't been very good. This will be second race back off the layoff. Did have a nice maiden score at Tampa last February, going 7 furlongs against maiden special weight. Got a good 76 buyer that day. So the 8 Cilantro I didn't use, but this filly could be tough.
She can hang around a little bottom under off of that good turf course up at Aqueduct. Turf to dirt, a good angle for Scott Lake. But another one, she's going to have to deal with Ms. Creed, Lady Vicky, Firth to be into the mix when they turn for home. I just think it might set it up. If anybody just kind of runs off the screen, it might be the 6. Lady Vicky. She's so sharp. She's going to come down off of that 6-1. Plus, we've got the scratch of the 3. But I think it's going to set it up for the 4 or the 9 as well as your legitimate closers. So,
all right, so we both like the 4. Real point on top here in race 8. Let's turn the page here. Race 9, the finale of our Sunday afternoon program. We're going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 5,000 filly mares 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. Video spotlight here on the 3. You have the 3 on top. Do It for Spite. Let's show you the last race for Do It for Spite. First off the claim for the Cal Lynch barn.
A little rematch here in the 9-horse Granteguru almost pulled off a shocker, Stan. But Do It for Spite ran her own race, relaxed comfortably off the pace, started making a progression at the quarter pole. Once this horse shifted out to about the 5 or 6 path, turning for home, I thought she finished up quite well, just to miss by about a half a length. And takes a little drop here, back down to the nickel. It's a good move for Cal Lynch, 28% with a 50% class dropper. So Do It for Spite, second off the claim, has another target, and I think can run him down today.
All right, I like him. He'll be right there. He'll be coming late. I took a shot with the 7 Guru on top. I'm just hoping this filly can get the jump for trainer Jose Corrales. 4-year-old filly by the Funny Bone gets the 7-pound apprentice Ty Lia Pustina. This filly was in front last out for 12-5, 2 life, going 6 furlongs, was in front by 2.5. Turnover home, got a little tired that day, finished 3rd. Now we drop to the nickel 2 life. We cut back to 5.5. Just get in front and see if you can last all the way against just an okay group here in the finale.
Yeah, the unfortunate part, you won't get that 106-1
no.
she ended up in. Tidy Stripe adds the blinkers on. She'll be in range. Was down inside last time. I think she'll stalk and make a move into it. First time in the barn for Silliman. So, 397 for me in the nightcap.
All right, so that's it. We're out of time. Nice carryover today in our 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That's almost 8,000. That starts in race 4. Big football game. You can watch all the football and horse racing up there in the sports book. So all the action you can handle this afternoon here. A little brisk. If you're going to be outside, bring a little jacket. That's okay. Good horse racing weather here in December. Dave Rodman, he's coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.